What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 185. There's levels to this. Yo, gaming identity, right? So, I can be honest with you and tell you that I've never thought about gaming this deep before. Yeah, I've had a PS4 and yeah, I had an Xbox One and I had a Nintendo Wii U and I was into gaming, but I wasn't really into gaming like some of you guys are. Like you guys know the history of this stuff. You guys are like deep embedded into this stuff and you guys know the identity of these consoles, something that I never fully understood. I am now finally starting to grasp the identity of the PlayStation and the Xbox brand. And the same way someone that's a Sony PlayStation fan doesn't want Sony to copy Xbox, believe me when I tell you, I don't want Xbox to copy Sony either. Right now, I am on on the grind of a game that is Horizon Forbidden West. And Horizon Forbidden West is a great game. I am enjoying the game. I really am. Okay. But the problem that I'm having is that it is starting to become a grind. And it's my fault because I'm doing side missions, which I never typically do. The amount of dialogue in this game, the amount of unnecessary dialogue, like I'm skipping dialogue trees. It's not like Mass Effect where when you play Mass Effect, depending on what you pick, you literally change the way that that your character is viewed in the game. It doesn't matter what you pick, really. I've only had maybe a few choices like that, and then the game abandoned it. So I'm skipping through these dialogues, and there's a lot of cutscenes in this game. But overall, when you're playing the game is fun. It's a good game. I enjoy the game. It's definitely my type of game. Just wish the cutscenes were a little bit shorter. But then I started thinking about the Xbox games that I have played. And besides Quantum Break, which is obviously has a lot of dialogue, Quantum Break has literally episodes, right? Besides Quantum Break, to me, and you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, actually you can't correct me if I'm wrong. This is my perception of what the identities are of these consoles. Xbox is about gameplay. Xbox is about gameplay more than anything. Sony, however, is about putting you in these environments that you will remember, these memorable stories that you will remember. And they both can coexist. They're both amazing things. I can't tell you how much fun I had playing Halo Infinite. And yes, when I'm playing a video game, I want to have fun. I can't tell you how just the gameplay of the game. The game didn't have to have the best graphics. Didn't have to whatever. It just ran extremely smooth. The gameplay was great. The gunplay was great. An amazing time playing that game. I don't like racing games, but Forza Horizon 5 yeah, it's I don't know. It just captivated me. Again, it was just extremely fun. When you play Forza Horizon 5, you can literally just drive around, not even race, and you're enjoying the game. Again, it's about that gameplay, right? It's about the gameplay. I know a lot of you did not like Crossfire X, but to me, I didn't take that game that serious and I enjoyed it. It's about the gameplay. Same thing with the gunk. I enjoyed it. It was about the gameplay. Call me a different type of gamer, I guess. But you see, when I played the Sony game, I played it for the experience. So when I played God of War, I'm playing for the experience. The Uncharted, it's like a movie, but it's not a bad thing, right? It's the identity, the storytelling, gripping stories. The Last of Us, right? Horizon Zero Dawn, amazing game. I really like Horizon Zero Dawn. For those of you that don't like it, I don't understand. But to be fair, with Horizon Zero Dawn, I went ahead and I skipped a lot of the side missions. I maybe did one or two side missions by mistake, if that. This game right now, I'm doing a lot of more side missions, and at this point right now, I'm regretting it because what I'm seeing is it's not really the amount of side missions that I'm doing is not matching the level of that I thought it would get me to or whatever. It's just extending the game way too long right now. But the identity is these great story driven games, which is perfectly fine. These blockbuster games, if you want to call it. So, Microsoft has figured out a way to infiltrate the gaming space with value because it can produce a lot of gameplay experiences. You see, the Xbox gamer is probably the most free gamer there is out there. Free in the mindset, meaning we're not worried about Metacritic score. We really don't care what score you think a game is. We really don't. We're not worried about if it has the best graphics. We're not worried about how much the game costs or doesn't cost. We're not worried about if the game wins game of the year or anything like that. All we want to know is the game fun for us? I uploaded a picture today of on Twitter of what my friends were playing, right? And I love that picture, that screenshot, because it showed so much diversity. So much diversity. And I get it now. You see, when I beat Gears, right, and I beat all the Gears on my Xbox Series X, so I beat a few on the Xbox One. Um, oh no, I beat them all on the Xbox Series X and the Halos too, right? So when I beat these video games, I remember beating them and seeing the completion rate, and I remember saying like, "Wow, these are like Xbox staple games," and they haven't been the percentage of beating rate is not extremely high. So when I saw Sony fans saying, "Yeah, Xbox gamers don't beat games," listen to me. Now I get it. Cuz we're not locked in. If you have a PlayStation 5 right now, why are you not playing Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon Forbidden West? I'm asking you, if you have a PlayStation 5 right now and you bought the PlayStation 5, you bought it to play great experiences, why are you not playing Horizon Forbidden West? See, you're almost forced to play the Sony exclusive, regardless of whether you like it or not. But if you have an Xbox, you damn well know you can play whatever you want. Ain't nobody gonna say anything. So when I showed that screenshot of what my Xbox friends were playing, and I got quite a few, I don't got some people got like 800 friends. I think I'm about like 300 something or like 200 something friends, right? The diversity was incredible. The number one game that was being played when I took that screenshot, believe it or not, it's the game that's dead apparently, Halo Infinite. That's the one that was being played the most. Then after Halo Infinite, I want to say it was Elden Ring. Okay, Elden Ring. Then after Elden Ring was Cyberpunk. Then after Cyberpunk, it was Crossfire X. Then after Crossfire X, it was Apex Legends. Oh my! Oh no, no, I lie. Forza was in there. Okay, Forza was before Cyberpunk, then Cyberpunk, and then Crossfire X, and then Apex Legends. The diversity was incredible, and you see that's the difference between these two consoles. Man, I gotta be honest with you. Microsoft right now is giving gamers way more diversity. Now I know what you're gonna say. You can do the same thing with the PlayStation. The problem is you're paying full price for that experience. And every single game that I mentioned that people are playing, my friends were playing, is optimized. They're playing the Xbox Series X version, Halo, or the Xbox Series S version, Elden Ring. What was the other one? Forza, Cyberpunk, 'cause it's been updated, Crossfire X, Apex Legends. If you're playing on the PlayStation right now, come on, don't cap. You're playing Horizon Forbidden West. And there's nothing wrong with it. But when a game releases on the Xbox Series X and a game releases On the PlayStation 5, the difference is those PlayStation 5 owners, you feel obligated to play that game because that's why you got that console. That's why you justify paying those $70. The identity is different. It's not that there's anything wrong with that. If that's what it is, that's what it is. And there's people right now that are sitting with their PS5 more than satisfied, extremely happy. But I'm letting you know right now, once you experience the Xbox Series X or even the Xbox Series S, because that console did surprise me, and you experience Game Pass, the gamers that are winning the most are the ones that are knocking out these Sony great exclusives. And as soon as they're done playing these Sony great exclusives, they go back and hop on Game Pass because there's just so much to play. Now, here's the one thing that Microsoft has to be cautious with, and it's that Sony's looking at Game Pass and they're changing their subscription service, not necessarily to match Game Pass, but they're changing their subscription service to see if they could make a better value. And obviously, they're going to want people to subscribe to it. You don't make a service because you don't want people to subscribe. Obviously, they want people to subscribe to it. It won't take it won't take much, despite what any Xbox fan tells you. It won't take much to rival Game Pass. Because if you can provide the same thing or something similar to what Game Pass does with the combination of Sony's great day and dates, now we talking. Now I know all the Sony fans are gonna say, Doc, there's no way that Sony can do it because I'm Sony's accountant. So I know exactly how much Sony makes. Well, apparently I was led to believe that day and date wasn't a thing. And then when I mentioned Shadow Warrior 3, now apparently Sony's been doing day and date with games since forever. I just never knew about it. So I guess Sony can do day and date. So if they could do day and date for third-party games, why can't they do day and date for their own in-house games? For their own in-house, does not make any sense to me why they wouldn't be able to do it. But I guess the accountants out there that understand Sony's bank account will tell me why. Because Sony doesn't have to, because you're gonna buy it at $70. You're gonna pay that $10 upgrade fee to run the game at 60 frames. Literally, that's what you're doing. But the identity of these consoles. You want that blockbuster experience games you're gonna remember. There's single player games, and the emphasis on the game is not necessarily the gameplay, right? Come on, man. Let's not lie, okay? God of War 2018 had okay gameplay. There's times during my stream when I was like, why am I not playing this part? Why is it telling me to press X right now and press triangle right now and press square right now and press circle? Like, that's not gameplay. That's guessing a button. Like, what are we doing, right? Halo Infinite, it was all gameplay. And you could attack any level however you wanted. You wanted to try to do stealth, whatever weapon you wanted, it didn't matter. You want to go gun blazing, throwing grenades, whatever you wanted to do, you could do. Whatever you wanted to do, you could do. There's levels to this. There's a difference in the way these companies do this. One you may prefer over the other, and that's perfectly fine. So, these identities, do we want them to change? Do we want these identities to change? I mean, the best story in Halo was probably Halo 2 and Halo Reach. Halo Reach could be close to winning, like, an amazing story being told. Halo 2 was pretty dope as well. I did like Halo 2, especially when you get to play it as an Arbiter. That's pretty dope. But come on, man. It's not like playing the Sony-driven, story-driven games. As much as I liked Horizon Zero Dawn better than God of War 2018, it was pretty cool to see Kratos finally, have a relationship with his son. I don't know the lore behind it. I don't know how he got that son or whatever. But even the beginning of God of War, when they talk about the story and they talk about how he got his how he became the God of War, right? How Hades tricked him into being a crazy, the most powerful warrior, that his family was his weakness. So he killed his family so he wouldn't have a weakness. And now he has revenge against Hades and, oh no, not Hades, against the god of war. And then he dethrones the god of war. Like it's the story is amazing, right? That's what Sony's good at. That's probably what they should stick to. I don't know how great the story of Returnal is. Ratchet and Clank, supposedly people were saying that this thing is like a movie. I mean, I played it. It was dope. Not a $70 game. It's not game was definitely not worth $70, but it was dope. Horizon Zero Dawn, amazing game, amazing story. If you skip the side quest, amazing. All the Uncharted, I like the Uncharted, of course. The Last of Us, I haven't played The Last of Us 2, but The Last of Us 1, amazing. Yo, Sony knows what it's doing when it comes to making these blockbuster games. But when it comes to gameplay, the king of gameplay, I don't know, man. To me, it's looking like it's Microsoft all day. You let me know if I'm wrong. If the emphasis of PlayStation games, if you disagree with me, that the emphasis of PlayStation game is not the experience and the story, and you think that the emphasis is gameplay, let me know what game you feel does that. Maybe Spider-Man. Microsoft side, every game seems like gameplay is the most important. Even Gears of War. Gears of War doesn't have an Oscar nominating story, but that gameplay of Gears of War, when you're shooting people, cutting them down with chainsaws and stuff, and the way you're throwing the grenades, and you come on now, man. There is levels to this. I don't know. You guys let me know if I'm tripping. Doc Dog 1985. Matter of fact, you let me know what you think the identities of these consoles are. We out. Peace.